Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today is Money Monday. So how this is work, on Sundays I will talk about self-love, self-help, different things like that. Mondays I will talk about money, and Wednesdays I will talk about random stuff or wellness or something just I pulled out of my hat that I think that y'all should know. So this Monday we are going to be talking about the top 5 best credit cards to get if you have bad credit. Now, there are lots of companies out there that says they'll help you build your credit and different things like that that are kind of rinky-dink, I would say, or secondhand companies that you just should never be a part of when you read the fine lines and the fees. The disclaimer is anytime that you have bad credit and you want to build your credit, don't become desperate and apply just for any card, because you will end up spending a lot more money than you actually have to. So what I'm trying to do is help everyone who is ready to build their credit in a year or two, wants to buy a home or wants to get a new car, whatever. I'm here to help you in the best way possible. So today I'm gonna list my top 5 banks that I know people that have used or that I have personally used myself when my credit was not good. The number 5 bank will be the Capital One secured card. This is a good secured card. Even though it's at the bottom of the list, it's still a very good card. The reason why it's at the bottom of the list is because I heard that they no longer convert you straight into like the platinum card or another card they have. They make you reapply, so that's the only reason why they are down on number 5. I don't know this to be true, but one thing about the Capital One secured card, it does not have an annual fee, and they may match how much you have to deposit. So if you have say if you apply, you may only have to pay $50 but get a $200 credit limit, if that makes sense. Sometimes it just depends on what the situation is and how your credit is, but their minimum is, I think it's like $200 that you have to put down. And if you do not know how secured card works, I will link the video below about how to build your credit that I did like a couple years ago, but it's still very informative for today. My number 4 one is the Citibank secured card. The reason why the Citibank secured card is the number 4 on my list is because they do promote you to one of their unsecured cards after a good payment history. It could be 6 months, it could be a year, it could be 2, it just depends. But they are a very good bank. They have very top tier cards, so they are someone that you would want to build a relationship with financially in the market, because they have everything like checking, savings, houses, and they just have really good credit cards. The number 3 one is, I put 2 because my number 3 one is Navy Federal Credit Union secured card. Everyone cannot get a Navy Federal account. Well, there are ways around that, but for the most part, everyone knows that you have to have a member of the armed forces, either be a member, or have a family member that's a member of the armed force in order to get into Navy Federal. Let me tell y'all, it's one of the best banks that you can use. That is my primary bank. I have several different banks, but they are my primary bank that handles most of my money. They have a very good secure card, and they're a very good bank to start a relationship with. They're great with, they don't require like a lot of information or require like a lengthy credit history in order to be approved for like their cards and different things like that. I will put a link below if you are interested in getting a Navy Federal a checking account, a savings account, or whatever, to let you know how I did it. Yes, my family is military, but I did not go through them to get this credit card. And they say the little trick doesn't work anymore, but I have another one. If you know someone that's a member of Navy Federal, you can get an account. And since y'all know me, all you have to do is hit me up on my link below, okay? The other one that was number 3 is US Bank. They have a secured card that is really good. They do graduate you to one of their unsecured cards after good payment history, and that is very important when you are researching for a secured card. Get you a bank that is a good bank, and that is someone that you've heard of, because some banks that have secured cards I've never heard of, and I will never do business with them, and I don't advise you to either. But they have very good credit cards for business and personal. So they are definitely one that you need to check out. My number 2, which is a card that I love and I think very much, is the Discover It Secured card. The Discover It Secured card was one of the first cards that I got when I was building my credit. I did not have anything on my credit at the time except a secured loan that I had paid off, and then that was my first card that I applied for. I can't remember exactly what my score was, maybe like a 500, but it definitely catapulted me into getting just about any card that I wanted. After I got the Discover It first, I think I kept it for like 4 months or something like that, and then I applied for one that I'll talk about in just a second. But it definitely, I put $200 as my security deposit, and then I think in 8 months they refunded my $200 and moved me to $500. That was a really happy day for me, y'all, because I was like, oh my god, like it's actually working. I'm building my credit, I'm changing my life, thank God. Because at one point in time, y'all, I could not get anything, so I was like, let me just get myself together. But I definitely thank Discover, and I still have Discover to this day. It's one of my favorite credit cards to use. They have a great customer service. Everybody's US based. They're 24/7. It's just, Discover is just a really good company, and I recommend them to anyone that is looking to build their credit or just to get a credit card or anything. They are a great company, and they really stand by what they say. I get money back for good grades. My cash back is great, and this is the only card on this list that is a secure card that has cash back. Like, it's unheard of to have a card that is a secured card where you can actually get money back. They are absolutely amazing, and if you don't take anything from this video, just know that is a card that you should definitely start with if your credit is bad. I don't know that many people that have gotten denied for this card, but I did read on Reddit that some people have. But your credit has to be really, really, really bad. So if your credit is really, really bad where you have nothing good on your credit, then start with a secured loan and then move to this card. Okay, now the number 1 card on my list to get is not a secured card. It is a unsecured card, but they approve people that do not have good credit, and that is the Capital One Platinum card. That is the best card to get if you do not have really good credit, or you're just starting out. And I want to say everyone that I know that had like a 550 was approved for this card. I had my Discover card for like 3 or 4 months, and then I applied for this card. They started me off at $300, but I would pay my credit card bill. Like, actually, it hadn't even been a bill yet. If I charged something on my card and it posted, I used to get paid weekly before I got my new job, but I would pay every week I would pay something. So I used it as if it was a debit card, and they upped my credit limit from 3 to like 2 months later. They upped it to like 4, and then after 400, I think 6 months after that, they upped it to like 1,700. And then I ended up getting another Capital One card. So Capital One is definitely a good company to build a relationship with. They definitely stand by you and will keep upping your credit limit if you pay your bills on time and you don't max out your card. That's the way to just keep going. I know people that have $40,000, $50,000 credit limits with Capital One that started off with this platinum card. So it's definitely a card that I would invest my time and money into. Don't pay interest on any card. Always pay it off on time. Yes, I paid interest before on cards, but it's definitely been something that I regret ever doing. My cards like Saks and different things like that, I will use and try to pay them off when I can. I try not to tempt myself into buying anything that I'm not supposed to. But if you do get approved for the Capital One card, please use it as a debit card. Do not use it as a credit card. Pay it off in full. If you don't pay it off each week, pay it off each month. But I did figure out their system, because they have it to where if you make the 5th, I think like 5 or 6 payments on time, they will up your credit limit. But like I say, pay it every other week and your credit limit will up way before those 5 or 6 months. But I did not want to make this video long. I wanted to stay well up under 15 minutes, which I have. So I would link everything below to the cards that I have used, and if I have like any referrals or whatever like that, excuse me, I will also link those below. I reiterate about the Navy Federal. If you're looking into getting one of those accounts, I will link my referral link below if you want one of those accounts, because all you do is have to know someone that actually has one of the accounts. But thank you very much for listening to me. I enjoy making credit videos. It's just something I'm passionate about. I don't know why. It's just a weird thing. But any kind of questions that you have, I'm not a financial advisor, but I will give you advice if it's something that I know personally myself. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye.